everything.
Hey everyone, California Convention Vlog here. I'm Ryan. I'm with Nate. Don's behind the camera.
You can't see me, but you can hear me.
Yeah, pretty much. But
so it's the last day. It is officially Sunday cosplay.
is that it? There you go. Look at that little shirt we got right there. His Sunday cosplay is already all set up.
Also, I'm repping.
You know what? You know
No
what?
one cares about the Chargers.
No,
Get out of
he's
here.
up here in San Jose, where 49ers are like literally like a couple miles away. What are you doing, man?
hey, I'm not the one that lost Friday, though.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He's just here just to rub it on my face that the Niners lost to these little Chargers.
To these little Chargers.
Little Chargers.
Damn.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, how's Melvin Gordon doing?
Yeah.
Hey. I mean, if he can't find a place to trade, he can come back to the Chargers.
All right, let's get back on topic here. Crunchyroll Expo 2019.
It's the last day.
It is the last day. It was really, how do I explain it? Like, it's been a while since I've been to CRX. Like 3 years ago.
This is my first.
It's your first time going to CRX.
It's Dalton's first too.
This is my first time being at Crunchyroll
And then
Expo.
2 years ago, for me, I was at CRX back in Santa Clara. That was considerably okay. Just the fact that Santa Clara is just very small, couldn't really pack up a lot of space. But it still was a considerable convention.
Well, I mean, look where it ended up 2 years later. I mean, we're back at Fanime. Not really, but
I think the fact that they moved it over to San Jose was a better idea.
it was definitely a better option. Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is that they accommodated throughout the entire space of the San Jose Convention Center. The Dealers Hall and Artist Alley are all together. Pretty much, if you explain how Fanime is from the first room, or like I would say, Dealers Hall in Fanime and Gaming Hall in Fanime, pretty much merged together.
So yeah, that is something. I don't mean to interrupt, but generally that is something I noticed. Is generally Fanime has two halls. It's Artist Alley and kind of actually no, they separate Artist Alley from Exhibit Hall for Fanime.
Yeah.
So that's a completely different hall. It's pretty much where the arcade's at right now. That's where they have Artist Alley, but now that's split up for the arcade. Artist Alley, Exhibit Hall, and generally where gaming would be for Fanime, it's all three halls. And it's it makes it really a dynamic experience, especially with, how we were talking about it earlier in the week, or at least earlier this weekend, how it's themed. You know, you walk, you barely even get to the front of the convention center. It's new arrivals show up here through Isekai Air.
So,
or Isekai,
Isekai Air, yeah.
And the minute you get through security, you're entering the actual gate.
No, it's really weird how they do it. You go through the arrivals.
Oh yeah. When you pick up your badge.
Yeah, when you pick up your badge, you're the one who checks in and get a flight ticket, for example. You to Isekai Air. Then you go through the you technically are walking or flying to your arrivals destination.
Yeah, I love it. I love it too, because when I picked up my badge, they were just after I got done with grabbing it and stuff. They were like, "Enjoy your flight."
I remember that.
I was like, "Wait a minute." And then I looked at my pamphlet. I was like, "Oh, it's a theme. I got it. I got it now." Yeah.
Now, let's look back when you go back into the entrance. It's kind of like the hotel, like the airport lobby, right?
Yeah. It's the lobby of the airport. You just go from there and decide where you want to go.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
One thing that I also stood out for me is that the airport theme. If you see the monitors on the right side of the entrance, they show the flights. FYI, those flights, if you look carefully, it's pretty much the shows that they put up in Crunchyroll.
Yeah. Yep.
So UA, there's a destination called UA, obviously flight MHA 213 or something.
Oh, dude, I'm down.
Well, it's even more hilarious too. As you walk in, you're hearing announcements over the PA system. It's just a speaker system, but it's they're announcing a normal PA system at the airport.
Yeah.
It's flight something coming in. New arrivals, please show up to this area. It's it was wow.
Were there anime characters that also got announced too?
Yeah.
I remember Deku, please come to boarding port A. Your father is here to pick you up, or was it All Might is here to pick you up or something?
Yeah. Something along those lines. So then you leave the downstairs area to go upstairs, and mind you, downstairs is where the autographs are being held. You can't really. There's nothing really to do downstairs.
No, well, there's this Anime Academy they have downstairs. You know where the gatherings were before at Anime.
Yeah.
This is called Anime Academy, and I've never been there this weekend, so I don't know what it's all about. It seems like it's something to be educated about anime for, or it could be a kids area. I don't know.
Who knows? But
yeah.
In any case, you move upstairs, and that's generally where everything's at. There's literally a party going on every afternoon. Like there's a DJ that's literally playing music all day.
Wait, you talk about going upstairs?
Yeah, going upstairs. And the minute the first thing you see is like.
I think about this actually. When you walk, like you go to the airport lobby, you go upstairs. You technically are in your flight. Then you land
in New Crunch City.
New Crunchy City. So, so you get to see like everything around, like all the advertisements that have been portrayed around Crunchyroll Expo. And then when you get into the hall, that's when the city begins.
So yeah, the exhibit hall is New Crunch City. I mean, if you go like just kind of detour a little bit. If you go far left, like towards where the Marriott entrance is, outside is where they're holding the Crunchyroll Cafe.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed is like the first day they weren't wearing not all of them were wearing the Hime-chan like wigs.
Uh-huh.
They're all like normal like maids, but like the second day, all of them are like full force Hime-chan like cosplaying everything in the maid outfits. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
they're loud too, but. I just think $20 is a bit steep for.
Oh, that was it. How much it was gonna be to go to the cafe?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, it's all themed. You'll have your food already paid off, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's like if you have $20, your food is already there.
And you get coffee over there.
But
You get coffee, yeah. Okay.
To me, it just didn't seem like you got the thrill of it, and not to mention, it didn't seem like many people were there. At least the first day. Second day, kind of, but it's varied.
No, it was actually pretty busy on the second day. I keep on seeing that line from Crunchyroll Hime Cafe. It's really running around the corner.
Okay, so maybe I just missed it.
Maybe it did, yeah.
Let's go back to New Crunch City, as we were talking about.
Yeah.
The minute you get into the exhibit hall, like one of the first things you see is that it's split. Depending on which side of the exhibit hall you enter, like I said, it's the left side is the artist alley. The right three halls are all New Crunch City, aka the exhibit hall.
Yeah.
One thing that was unique that divided the artist alley from the exhibit hall is like if you go like toward the middle of the aisles, like in between the two, like right where it splits, there's a gate.
Yes.
That's like a traditional Japanese like shrine gate that you walk through.
It's an artist alley.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So imagine like you're in the city life, you're having all the big buildings and the big signs pretty much talking about Crunchyroll and what their products are. But then if you turn to the left, you go into the suburban town and you go through this like shrine walkway where artist alley is. So imagine like exhibit hall or dealer's hall as the city versus artist alley, which is
like the
more
countryside.
Yeah, the countryside. Which makes sense. Which makes sense because like it's traditional stuff. Like this is their artist. This is their work that they're work with. But then when you go, dogs. So we're outside here at Philz Coffee, by the way. So, by the way, if you ever go to Philz Coffee, really good coffee.
It's freaking
We're not
awesome.
endorsed.
Not endorsed.
Not endorsed, but a high recommendation here in San Jose.
For sure.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, the whole theming for Exhibit Hall and Artist Alley was just amazing. Now, the other thing, too, that gets me is that not everything from Fanime was taken over. Remember the auditorium, the civic auditorium that they also have for Fanime?
Yeah.
That they have the concerts in?
They just didn't capitalize on that. That's really
No,
surprising.
they didn't do that, but instead they had this thing called Grand Station, and that's where Artist Alley is actually. So all of Artist Alley was Grand Station. And so pretty much you could say like Artist Alley, Dealers Hall were all in that big exhibit hall area.
Yeah.
But of course that Artist Alley and Fanime needs to do something, right? So they actually put a cinema in there, and they also did put the concert in there. So the Flow concert was there, the Masquerade was in there, and that pretty much it. By the way, in Grand Station, it was actually available to accommodate everybody. Like, it may not have the big balcony that they have over the auditorium, but it was able to, have everybody have a good time. Like, everybody was having a fun time, walking out. It was not bad. Like, how I explain it, like, it was actually a pretty good building to actually get into.
We missed Flow this year.
I know.
I missed Flow too,
I
but
know
it's okay.
Everybody's saying Flow. Yeah, you missed it. I'm sorry, guys.
I may have missed the concert, but I got all 5 of their signatures.
At least you went to the autograph session.
Yeah, at least I got the
speaking of
autographs.
which, let's talk about the autographs.
Before we dive in, I'd like to just kind of like do a little bit more on like New Crunch City because like we've been talking about like the other aspects of it, but we haven't really described the city.
So, how do I explain it? Let's start with you. How do you explain New Crunchy City?
So generally, the mainstay is like on the left and right sides of the aisles, there's just like the general like vendors and dealers that are normally there or like gonna go around conventions. All the industry is like the big city, like right dead center. Like
That's
the
right.
minute you walk in,
You see
there's literally
banners
you see,
everywhere.
Like, you see all the like figures and all the industrial industry guests that are there. Like, not industry guests, but like all the industry like people that are there. Like Aniplex, you have Toei, you have Azure Lane, and like
You also do have Kisuna Ai and Crunchyroll
Yeah, I mean,
together.
Yep.
That was actually pretty interesting because I know Kisuna Ai was a guest, but how the heck did you put a idol, like a virtual idol, as a guest?
Wasn't
have the
Funimation over there too?
yeah, Funimation
No,
was not there.
no.
Not after that.
Okay, just FYI,
Yeah.
no details about the whole Funimation Crunchyroll merger, and not merger, but more like the partnership.
Oh,
ended their
fuck.
partnership.
Yeah, never
Why
mind.
do you think Funimation was
No,
not there?
that makes sense. Sorry, I'm ill-informed.
So,
Yeah.
just pretty much going up from all there. There's all the big ones, but as soon as you kind of follow all the industry like companies, you just go up, and there's literally a Shibuya crossing.
Yeah. No, oh, that's right. That whole Shibuya crossing, that was really amazing. Because, like, let's just say, for example, the whole, okay, let's refer back to Persona 5, that one little crossing that, everybody, crosses and, walks the street through. They have something like that in New Crunchy City.
I mean, for those not familiar, like maybe Persona 5, another example, if you've seen like the Fast and Furious series, like Tokyo Drift, like that one section where they're like, the Evo is about to go into the major crowd of people, that crossing.
That crossing right there. No, but I mean, I've tried to go around exhibit hall a lot, but not through its entirety because there's just way too much to go through.
Yeah.
Like, it's so huge.
It's a bit overwhelming.
Yeah, it's a bit overwhelming because the thing is, like, you have Artist Alley there, you have to go through Artist Alley, and then you have Exhibit Hall and Dealer's Hall over there, you gotta go through around. So you can't really, you're gonna spend pretty much most of your day doing, like, all the shopping and stuff.
I mean, if anything, I think like, and this is something that me and Nate noticed. Like, if you're gonna do your shopping for CRX, do it on day one. That way you have more time to hang out or go around the convention.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it is a bit overwhelming at first, but once you get your bearings, like you know where to go, you know where everything's at. Buy all the stuff, buy all the exclusives because Bandai had a lot of exclusives for Love Live. We have Aniplex had a lot of exclusives too. Like they had some stuff that you can't really find anymore, like the Anohana Blu-ray set that I got, thankfully, last copy.
Yes, you did. Oh my god.
Yeah.
They have like they have a Shield limited Blu-ray. They had all these different limited edition figures. And actually, for this convention, they had a limited color variant of Mai from Bunny Girl
Senpai.
Yeah, Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yeah, and the other thing that also gets sold out quickly was also the Demon Slayer figure, which
Yeah,
makes
too.
sense because that is a very popular series right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, like definitely buy all your exclusives first. Like maybe shop around if you're like
That's
looking.
what I was thinking. That's what your mindset's supposed to be. Get the exclusives first. Crunchyroll Expo exclusives, or Aniplex exclusives. There's also Bandai Namco exclusives. The Awkward stuff that they were selling at AX is also here too. So that was really surprising for me when I was able to buy a Awkward t-shirt.
It's really nice because too, but like because you got there like right before all the track jackets sold out.
Yeah.
All these, like,
So
shirts.
the thing is, like, Ryan was right about this. You have to shop at day one. But the other thing too to consider is we'll talk about more about what happened during day one and day two, about when it comes to like people coming in and how the population's later. But anyways, we're just gonna talk about the whole CRX in general, from New Crunchy City all the way to the autographs. But let's finish up wrapping up with what happened in New Crunchy City. What was actually the thing that attracted you the most?
I think like the minute me and Dalton got into the Crunch City, like we kind of deviated for not really going down the middle. We kind of like decided to go up and down the aisles. The minute we got like maybe a quarter way through from the right hand side, we started to notice like, okay, here's all the big stuff. Like Matt wanted me to look for Azure Lane like merch for him, but then I noticed the Azure Lane booth. I looked to my left and it's like, holy crap, there's a Shibuya crossing in the middle of everything. Then there's like all these big themes, like all the Azure Lane, like and all the Atasha cars. They're like all in the middle.
Oh, the Tasha cars.
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
The one that actually attracted me.
Yeah,
too.
they were all just parked on the side right next to the crossing, so I was just like,
See, I'm not surprised about that because they also did feature Ichita cars in the last CRX I went to.
okay.
Yeah, but they didn't put it as like something that you see on the street.
Right.
Yeah. So to say the least, I mean, I must say like it was really mesmerizing. to see this all themed out. And it was clever for Crunchyroll Expo, to be honest. Like, the themes they had.
You just don't see this at other conventions.
No, you don't. Like, Anime Expo doesn't do it.
No.
Like, Anime Expo is just a simple...
SoccerCon doesn't do it, Fanime doesn't do it, Anime Expo doesn't do it.
Yeah.
This is like the first of its kind I've ever seen, like, an actual themed anime convention that actually sticks to its theme.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you may see Fanime have their theme, but they never put it up a lot over at their convention. So that's their fault for, you know, not making it kind of bland.
Yeah.
But this made it more lively.
Another thing that's pretty forgiving about that was how spaced out everything was. Not everything was like shoulder to shoulder like normally.
Yeah, it's not the typical AX sardine can.
Yeah, you're literally not sitting there trying to freaking push through a whole bunch of people. You actually have enough room to walk around and you can explore at your heart's content without feeling claustrophobic.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is great because of the fact that me being claustrophobic, that sucks, but I went in there.
I would have to say, for its space, it really accommodated everybody.
It did.
Yeah.
It really did, honestly. And even on the sides of it, there was still extra space for people to just sit down and rest if they wanted to.
If you've been to Fanime, you could see why it always has been crowded.
Right.
Just way too many people that come
Yeah.
by.
We all know the AX crowd.
Forget about it.
Dude,
Forget about it.
it has a max cap out of how much again and over what?
Like, okay, so here's the thing. Like, it caps out like probably close to 100,000.
How do you
More
know?
like 200,000, like in the past year, and it keeps on popping.
Yeah, it just keeps increasing. So it's like, holy
I mean, the
crap.
one year, the three, or like the one, no, was it all three of us? Was it just you and I?
No, I think it was just you and I because I don't think Nate actually went to that one.
Which one was that?
That was back in like what, 2007 or 2017?
Yeah. Oh wait, 2017.
18?
I was there. I remember. Yeah, I was there. But I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you
Oh.
were the first junkie, I believe.
I think it was no. It might have been like 12, maybe.
Then I wasn't in that. Then I
Oh,
wasn't
dude,
in that
I
one.
can't remember.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Regardless
It's been
of that
yeah.
fact, there was a time that me and Dalton went, and they literally like the freaking the fire chief was brought in and said, "Hey, we need to shut this down.
Yeah.
It's getting too crowded in here."
Yep.
But you know what's weird? I don't know why they keep on doing it, even if like the fire code has got broken or things like that. Because
The thing is, like, as much as I don't want to go off topic from CRX, it's just like AX needs, as much as I love it in LA, it needs to go back to Anaheim, or it just needs to go to somewhere with more capacity.
Yeah.
Because at LACC, as much as it's a nice convention center, it's just not too unaccommodating for the anime community.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, it works for E3, but then again, there's not a lot of people going into E3.
Yeah, because it's just about video games. It's not a whole about like.
but the other
frickin-
thing too is that it's expensive to even go in.
Yeah, it's
So-
very expensive to try to get into E3 because it's literally all the video games that you're about to learn for the new year. So it's like only people that are important that really want to go in there.
Yeah.
And you think about it, stupid expensive.
Yeah, I
Well, we're-
understand. What's up, Dylan?
Aha.
Hey, thank you for watching, man.
Hey, what's going on, Dylan? Thanks for watching.
All right.
While we're on the topic of attendance, let's talk about CRX's attendance for this year. We don't really have an exact number, but it seemed like it wasn't really busy at first. Well, the first day it was like dead.
Yeah,
Almost, yeah.
because the other thing too is that you have to consider Friday. Everybody's at
Is at
work.
work,
Everybody's
everyone's
at school.
School.
So it was dead, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But
then
like right
it-
at 2 o'clock.
No,
2,
it
3
started to
o'clock.
pile up like right after like 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah. Yep.
Then on Saturday,
Just
everybody
fucking
came in.
blew up.
Everybody came in.
Yeah, it's because everybody's off work, everybody's off school, it's the weekend, and it's like, hell yeah, let's go for it.
Exactly. So that's what happened, and it's good to see that a good crowd came yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody was all engaged in autographs.
Of
in
course,
the dealer's
yes.
hall, getting whatever they wanted to have fun and all.
And surprisingly,
Exactly.
most of them are pretty nice too. Like everybody that we've ran into, that we've also talked to, that we don't know of, are actually pretty cool.
It's not the elitist like. Cosplay,
Yeah. It's not like a whole bunch of cosplay snobs or a whole bunch of like anime snobs. They're just a whole bunch of people reminiscing about some shit, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, that one's great, and you should watch it, and this is awesome too." Instead of like trying to demean your likes and dislikes,
See,
it's
this-
like
exactly.
That's
yeah.
the thing I like about like CRX being here. It's kind of getting those Fanime vibes, but
Mhm.
it's like you get the typical Fanime crowd, but not as much.
But the thing I was also worried about is that you also get your Fantasy crowd and your CRX crowd.
that is true.
yep.
And so fans who love Crunchyroll will come here.
Mhm.
Of course, Fanime is a big staple here. Those who go to Fanime will come down here.
Right,
So,
right.
Someone that we're talking about in the press room He literally flew out from like the East Coast just for this convention.
Right.
It's just,
You know what?
crazy.
You know what though? When we got accepted for press, it was crazy because we got so many people that we learned that we've known, that are like well known. That actually, they know that. No one's actually because. Okay, so if you do follow a page called Anime Trending, we actually do meet up with the staff of the gala. We did actually meet up with the staff, which is pretty crazy. So that they know us because of Matt from Daikon. So,
So like they knew who we were, but anyways.
yeah.
If I could take a guess on my opinions today, I'm gonna guess somewhere along the lines of maybe, I don't know, 50,000?
I was gonna say like around there, 50,000 people. It's not considerably like 100,000 people. I would say. See, when I look at the attendance, I feel like it's gonna be like around 40,000, 50,000. 40,000 people, 50,000 people. That's right. That's what
Yeah.
Just based on like everyone's gonna be checking out. I mean, early like they're gonna be kicking out everyone else at the rooms at like 11, 12. I mean, people are gonna be wanting to be leaving. The convention's going on to like 11 tonight.
No, till 6.
So
6 tonight. Yeah. Oh wait, no.
No, till
7.
Till 7.
Yeah, because the arcade closes at 7, so that's like.
So I
that
mean,
makes
we
sense.
still have a late convention. I mean, by now, like by that time, anime people are already packing up, or at least they're just doing
Yeah,
it.
at least you guys have a late time to leave.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow is also a holiday.
Yep.
But like for anime, when Memorial Day hits, everyone leaves like around 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes sense because hey, it's time for you to go, get ready, get yourselves ready for tomorrow, which is going to be you heading back to work or heading back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, this convention was fun. I just kind of believe that it has the resources to be a 24-hour con. Like anime, as we all know, it's a 4-day, 24-hour con. There's always something to do late night. There's always like some kind of like party or dance going on. There's always the arcade's open 24. I mean, you can do something whenever you want. I feel Crunchyroll has that potential, but to close down con at like 8 o'clock is kind of wasted like resources.
I don't know how to explain it. I mean, like, well, it just close at 8 o'clock because there is events happening after 8 o'clock, like masquerade and a concert.
Yeah.
But
Most of the
everything
general.
everything else is done. Yes.
Yeah,
I understand that point there. But to be honest, like, maybe it is kind of necessary. Maybe not close at 8. Maybe close like around
like 10.
So that
There's people with curfew who can go in.
Yeah, exactly, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you get that kind of reaction and everything. But I feel like with the 24-hour con, you can do whatever the heck you want. Go to the arcade and everything.
You can literally spend all 24 hours in the arcade if you really wanted to.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's some people that actually do.
Mm-hmm. I would probably be one of those people.
Yeah, but to say the least, like I like the time we'll stop there, like 10 o'clock. I mean, like 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's a little too early, but I still say it's necessary, especially when it comes to an expo like this.
Yeah.
So that you can also have free time to do whatever you want down in the city. Like get food or go to the club, something like that.
Yeah. Dalton, your thoughts?
Aside from the drive here, that it's awesome.
Well, I mean, not on the overall convention, like I'm just saying, like your thoughts about like the convention closing so early.
Oh, closing so early? Well, yeah. I mean, there were times and moments where I was still wide awake around 7, 8 o'clock. I'm staying up until 1 o'clock in the morning, and I have nothing to do. I'm looking down over at the convention center, and it's completely dead.
Yeah, it's completely dead. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's cool. But there's stuff to do around besides that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's stuff to do around besides that.
Yeah,
there's, like,
yeah.
parties at the park.
There's parties at the park. There's like gatherings around, like not even on the convention grounds.
See,
but
that's another thing really.
There's something in San Pedro Square that we can. We play cornhole.
Yeah, we played cornhole for a while.
Yeah.
Some ping pong.
Yeah,
but
it was hella fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. But
Sorry, were you saying something?
As I was about to say though, like something that kind of irked me a little bit is that as much as I admit I didn't cosplay this time around again. It just kind of irked me that there wasn't really any postings about gatherings. It's kind of like
there was. There was. It was on the Crunchyroll app. There was a lot of listings of gatherings that were going to be around.
See, I didn't hear about that. So like,
But it was on the app.
Yeah,
so I thought it was.
On the app for Crunchyroll?
Yeah, on the Crunchyroll Expo app.
Oh, that's why we didn't
See,
get
you
any
guys
of
gotta
that.
see that.
No,
See?
that's why we didn't see any of that, because we kept going through the website instead of the
That might be
freaking
why,
app.
yeah.
Okay, so the next time that happens, I'll be sure to download that so that way I get informed of everything
Yeah,
instead of
okay.
just
I mean, it was a high recommendation, especially.
right. Of
especially,
course.
like,
I
on
didn't
the-
even know that there was an app.
You know what's funny? The booklet that they have.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
newspaper,
It's a
dude.
newspaper.
It's a newspaper.
Yeah.
All of the freaking.
So the program is literally the new Crunch Times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had messengers going out and be like, "Here's the hot off the press new Crunch Times. You should try this out and look at the new events that are happening today." And it's like, what? And you pick up this newspaper, you're like, "Holy crap! This is actually a normal newspaper with everything that is going on," which is pretty cool.
So I must say, like,
unique.
like I said, really clever.
You're good.
Okay, so to say the least, let's do one more roundabout. One thing that I really thought was really clever was the autographs line.
I have to say, yeah, like going along with the theme of like New Crunch City and then eventually moving on to everything else. Going into the autograph lines, actually, here, I'll pull my ticket out.
Actually,
real
mine
quick.
too, yeah.
It's like loading gates.
Well, first off, let's start with the beginning. You have to wake up really early.
Yeah, you
How do
gotta.
you guys
okay,
feel
so-
about the early time?
Okay, so if you want a high-end guest at Crunchyroll Expo, like, for example, Junji Ito or, like, Ryo Horikawa or, you know, like the Mob Psycho cast, etc.,
Yeah.
you have to get up, like, really early. If it's
Really
a
early.
high-profile guest, there's, like, I've seen people literally leave the
I've
hotel
seen
room.
people camp. Like,
People
they
camp, like, till, like, from 3 in the morning till all the way till 7.
Now it isn't like Anime Expo where they camp out like at 10 at night. The last yesterday.
Yeah, they sleep on the concrete.
They sleep on the
until-
concrete
Yeah.
with the sleeping bag. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's like,
"Oh,
dude,
crazy."
I'm not that committed, but it's like, it's almost inconvenient
Yeah,
for
see?
it being that early because it doesn't give you enough free time to fuck around at night. Because you have to wake up early in order to get something that you really want.
Yeah.
So if you really want to get it done, you need to get it done quick. Otherwise, it's just going to be you getting it at the last second and then not being able to do anything.
Exactly. Yeah. But the thing is, like, yeah, for a high end person like Junji Ito, good luck trying to get him. You
Yeah.
have to be there like around 3 in the morning because the thing is, like, it all depends on how many sessions Ito had. For example,
Yesterday he had 2. Like, I think on the first day he had 2 as well, but today he only had,
had
1.
one.
And
we
he's-
got up at like 5, and we still missed it by like that
because the
much.
thing is that the line just kept on being all the way back to the Hilton. It
Yep.
was just way too crazy. And I understand everybody. Ito is not here. Never comes here to the West Coast.
No.
And I understand how rare it is to actually see him over here. So for those who got him, like, congratulations, you actually did well. The other thing too, I'm surprised the other people that did not, the other people that are also guests, like Mob Psycho, I was able to get easily. The food, well, Jerry got the Food Wars easily too. So even if we come in early, we still got a ticket no matter what. Like Nishi also was like not a really hot name that came out from Crunchyroll Expo. There are still tickets for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Ito. It's just Ito.
And I kind of found it funny when we did our second roundabout, we were able to get Flo autograph
Yeah.
tickets.
No, seriously,
So-
because like, I'll say this for a second. So first thing I wanted to get yesterday was Flo.
Yeah.
And I got him. And what was funny was that second time around, because the thing is, like, the whole rule for Crunchyroll Expo with getting tickets, once you get one ticket, you have to go all the way to the back.
Yep.
And of course, you're kind of scared the fact that the line has been all the way way too long into the back of the Hilton, even into the convention center again.
Yeah.
So we went one time yesterday, and I picked up a Flow ticket. Went back again, went around, got a Mappa ticket, which I thought was maybe sold out when I got there. And you know what's funny? Flow is still available when I went the second time around. Third time around, got Xanthi. And Flow is still available. So what the heck was this about?
Yeah.
The concert was sold out, but there's not anybody getting tickets for their
Autographs? Like,
Yeah.
what? Seriously? Are you that fulfilled with the concert, but you don't want to get freaking autographs from him? What?
Exactly, yeah. So if you're like scared that you might not get a ticket, I think you shouldn't, because you have so much opportunity to get an autograph.
At least if you don't have hope in getting a ticket, you should at least try, because you just might luck out on it.
I'm just gonna say, like, if it is like that high profile, you will have to get up there pretty early, though.
Yeah, that's almost mine.
Overall, though, still following along the theme of Crunchyroll Expo, like, for example, you get one of these tickets, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this up a little bit. So mine's for Ryu Horikawa. If you notice here, though, if I can get that to focus, you can kind of see that it says autograph boarding pass.
No,
So
go pull up a little higher, and then you see a little higher, like move it up there. You can see Sunday the 13th. Then you see boarding gate.
boarding, yeah.
Yeah.
So you get your ticket and you go downstairs, and then there's all these like little pillars that say boarding gate 1, 2, 3, 4, etc.
Uh-huh.
Depending on which your ticket says. You show up to the boarding gate, and then
It's just a line, pretty
it's
much.
a line pretty much.
But
They're, the staff, or I guess you could say the attendants,
yes,
bring you to the guests, and then there's another line, but it is a very short line compared to what you get in.
yeah.
I kind of like that.
So
system
imagine
a
it
lot.
like that you're boarding into your plane. The staff member is boarding you into your plane to meet up with your guest.
Yes. I kind of like that format that they did because it seemed like I waited way less than what I would normally wait over at another
and
place.
I like the fact that like, okay, for autograph sessions, they're just gonna do an autograph and
Yeah.
a little picture.
Yeah.
And it's just like 30 seconds for a person to do
Yeah.
that,
Yep.
or shorter.
Yeah.
And it makes it easier for them to just have like one short line inside and have the rest of them, just be outside.
Yeah.
Get the line.
Yeah, because it's so much more not concentrated, but so much more. I can't think of the word right now. I got a lot of caffeine in me, not enough food. So yeah.
But to say the least, another clever plan for Crunchyroll Expo to have this kind of like boarding gate for us to go into our autographs.
So, I mean, overall, like, the general experience is very accommodating. I think it's very welcoming.
Yeah.
Especially-
What autograph did you get?
So what autographs did I get? So far, I've gotten Asukawa Yu, I've gotten Kira Buckland, I got Zeppelin, I think that's about the gist of it for now. Today I'm doing Horikawa Rio, and then I'm gonna I might try for somebody else, but my big ticket today is Horikawa, just get into him.
Yeah.
Just get my Vegeta Pop signs.
So I went all out yesterday. I ended up getting Flo, Mappa, which is the Zombieland Saga guest. I ended up getting Xanthi. Xanthi and Kira Buckland. I did get Johnny Weir's ticket too, but we were running out of time.
See,
so.
I was gonna go with McFarland, but it's just like we're so like busy, or at least we're just kind of like,
Yeah, I was just kind of like meh about it, but like the other thing too is like I don't know. I was kind of a little like 50-50 on Johnny Weir because the fact that like hey he's a figure skater, he's well known in the sports industry because she does coverage for the Olympics.
Right.
So. Having him around was cool to see him, especially if he's a famous sports like athlete who's into anime. So
Yeah.
So I mean, you think we'll be seeing him again next year?
I don't know. But Johnny Wears is still a pretty cool dude.
But no, I mean, CRX has been a very successful con.
Yeah,
I would probably come back. I would probably come back.
Yeah.
I would definitely come back after my first experience with it.
So to say the
But,
least,
yeah.
as we wrap things up now.
My thing is like, with this current theme, can they one up themselves next year?
What other theme would they do? That's the biggest question now. Airport theme, that's great. What's next for you, Crunchyroll Expo?
That'd be kind of cool if they ended up trying to do like a New Year's theme. Like they did straight up New Year's festival theme. That'd be kind of cool.
Actually might be good.
That'd be kind of
Like
cool.
an Oban festival, like during summertime. Yeah, that would be
Dude,
great.
dude,
That's
that'd be
a
pretty
recommendation,
fucking
Crunchyroll
sweet.
Expo.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll, if you're CRX, if you're watching, or Crunchyroll staff, if you're watching, like, feel free to take that to heart. I mean, like,
Take it into consideration.
Right.
But I gotta say, like, this has been a fun experience. I have to say, it did absolutely one up from the last time I visited a couple years ago. When I come back, it all depends because PAX West also happens in that same weekend.
you also have to put into consideration, Fanime was 3 months ago. You have AX that was just like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And then there's not really any, like, well, there's SAC Anime in between the two.
Yeah, but sec anime.
It's close enough. It's close enough.
Yeah.
I can't say much about sec anime. Sec anime is, has its, differences.
Yeah, it does. Definitely.
But in any case, though, I mean, there's a lot of cons going on here, at least specifically in NorCal going on.
Yeah.
It's like, you have a lot going. No crossover, like at least all over California. It's kind of like, can I really make CRX? Can I really go?
I say go. I mean, like it really is like a fun convention, dude. You know.
If you haven't gone to CRX yet, I would recommend that you go
It's a
for
big
your first time.
recommendation. I would
Hell
say
yeah.
so. Next year, whatever the theme will be, I'm pretty sure they will do their best. If they did it as well as they did with the airport theme they did this year, then I would consider that they were going to do it. They're going to do it.
Yeah, for
Any
sure.
guest predictions for next year, guys?
Maybe some good voice actor. Maybe some good voice actor. Do you think Ai Harada might actually come back?
Our goddess and savior.
Yeah.
Like, that was a one time. That was like a twice thing. Once for AX and then once for
Fanime. She
Like,
was at Fanime. Yeah.
Do you think Dr. Stone's cast might?
Stone is picking up, so I think maybe by next year, like we'll get the dub. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Maybe that could be a thing.
That could be a
Oh,
thing.
I love the fact they
sure.
also did mix their guests too. They have all the mostly Japanese like guests,
Come to think
and they
about
did
the-
have English guests as
Come
well.
to think about it, though, there were Dr. Stone guests here at the
They
convention.
are.
though.
They are. They're having a panel today, and they also have autograph sessions at the end.
That's
Okay,
true.
okay.
So, I mean,
So-
maybe we'll see it, but if I had to take a guess,
I'd
the
probably
way-
say Demon Slayer.
Oh, maybe
For sure,
You're
for
right
sure.
about
Because
that.
of how popular it is right now, and none of the actual voice actors came up.
I can
this.
totally see someone from Demon Slayer, maybe the voice actor and voice actor for Tanjiro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Persona will be out next year. I think maybe it could be a possibility.
P5R, I think maybe. Considerable. It's considerable.
But I don't know. I mean, we'll see what in time. Like,
But if
okay,
you-
one thing that did bother me, I'm gonna bring this out real quick. is-
Sure. What's the flaws from CRX if that's the case?
I mean, we talked about this. Let's do some of the flaws before we like wrap this up. They played the AX. Let's announce everyone last second. To
Yeah,
draw everyone in.
I get it. Yeah, they do that to attract more people to CRX.
Well, I mean, like, it's just not that. Like, think about it though. Like, the people that have been holding out and holding out. Like, I don't really want to go. I don't really want to go. There's nobody I want to go to. There's no reason for me to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't want to buy my badge when there's no way I know that's going to be there. It's like, it's cheap then.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole business strategy is like, oh, let's bring in all the big bombs. Let's drop all these big bombs at the last second. And then we'll draw everyone in that hasn't gone
Yeah.
or hasn't got that ticket yet. Make them pay full price at $80, $85, $90 for a 3-day pass. Or
It's a
$40.
marketing tactic.
It's a marketing tactic, but then the Anime Expo does the same thing.
Yep.
Anime Expo does the same thing to get their guests to come in.
I think it's such a despicable practice.
It is.
It
But
is, but that's the
But the
marketing
other thing, too,
business
is
and
Fanime-
industry,
well,
bro.
Fanime doesn't do that because they always announce their guests like 2 months in advance, at least 2 months in advance. But I mean, if it's the way that they get their money, then it works. I have to say, it really sucks that it's the way they do it, but if it's the way that they actually get money, then it works. Because to be honest, like I bought the ticket no matter I get the ticket no matter what. Like for example, if I have an attendee, I get the ticket no matter what, just because I'm going to Crunchyroll Expo, my friends are going to be there, etc. It gets more impactful knowing that these guests come in. And if you think that it's going to happen the same way, imagine like the next big hit anime coming in. Crunchyroll will have the rights to it, and they're obviously going to bring the guests in. So
Yeah, I mean, for the gist of it, mostly like that's only probably my only biggest gripes. I can maybe say like autographs are good. I just think maybe we have it in a separate area, so it's not like just only downstairs. Like you're like barred from downstairs. Another thing that irritates me, and I get it, it's for safety reasons, not to mention also to prevent people from ghosting, is they bar the second floor from going in. You can't go in from your hotel, but you can leave to your hotel.
Yeah.
But at night, they completely just shut the gate. So you can't even get into your hotel from the top floor. Sure, it's not a problem, you can just go downstairs, but the convenience of being able to stay on the floor you're on and go to your hotel is a little bit annoying. But
it is. Well, it's okay. I mean,
It's kind of like a minor inconvenience, but I mean, like,
it's kind of minor. But the other thing too is that it makes sense for everything to be barred above because you have to scan your badge
Yep.
to get in.
yep.
And it doesn't matter how you get out. It seems like you have to scan your way to get out. But if we get out through the Marriott second floor, then there really was no point in it. It's just I feel like it's just to make sure that it's just to make sure that we have an RFID that's
Yeah.
all scannable. Anyway,
aside from that, that's all my gripes. Does anyone else have any problems, or did anyone else have
actually,
any
I don't
issues?
know. I just say it's a big one up. no inconvenience, I must say. I think the one inconvenience I have will have to be the autograph line.
Yeah, the autograph
The
line
autograph
is
line.
literally the only thing that I can think of
Yeah,
as
the thing
well.
is like, I know it's one big name. Can we have more autograph sessions for them?
Yeah,
That, or
please.
can we have a better schedule, or can we have it maybe in a larger room too?
Yeah,
that,
that-
way we can accommodate not only for more guests, but also getting in quicker, getting out quicker.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, don't you guys think that they had a lot less tickets for the main person that's going to be like really popular?
No,
No?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, like at least today they did.
Yeah,
for sure.
But
But
because it's only one session.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
For sure.
Guys, okay, yeah, there's only one. There's the only thing too is like, I think they have a lot of tickets for everybody. And the thing is like, yeah, you're waiting out so long. As long as the tickets are still available, it's just really good to have. It's just that you have to wait way too early for the venue
Yeah.
guests.
All right. Well, I think
We
we'll
gotta wrap it. We have to
I
wrap
think
it.
we'll go ahead and
we have to wrap it up
here.
because my phone's about to die. So anyway,
So, anyways, for everyone watching, I'm Ryan of the California Conventions blog.
Nate from the California Conventions blog signing out here on CRX Day 3.
With special guest Dalton Dickinson.
Hello,
Of course,
I
of
am not a
course.
part of the conventions blog, but
We're working on it.
working on it.
Anyway, thank you very much for checking out CRX. For those who attended, I hope you had a great time.
We will probably see you next year. If not, we'll see you in the coming years.
Anyway, this is Nate from the California blog signing off.